Hey guys, this is James, the Rambling Dasher, and here we are on a Monday, and it has been storming a bit, so but it is very intermittent, at least on the radar anyway. Everything's a little wet out here right now, but hey, we're gonna get out here, and today we are working on our goal of hitting 100 this week after being off for a month. And it's taken me, I've already worked 9 days and we still haven't hit 100 to get back to platinum status. And so yeah, we're working on that goal, trying to get there. I turned it on here in the driveway and just got an order for Wingstop for like $7-8 for an extended drive, but at least we're out the door with an order, so we're gonna go get it and see where that takes us today. So today should be a long night, so we'll split it into a couple of videos. One, our regular dash, and then we'll do an episode of Dashing in the Dark afterwards. So yeah, kick back, enjoy. Ramblings are us, basically, so we'll just get after it. Let's go over some details of where we are right now. So right now, as of today, overall acceptance rate, we're up to 91%. Completion rate is 99%. Our on time and early is 92. Still have a 5.0 customer rating. We have 77, so I only need 23 more to hit that 100 in the last 90 days. Yeah, so that's kind of a big number. Lifetime deliveries, 2,645. So I don't know, I saw that DoorDash came out with some new milestones or something. I don't know what they mean, but I know my next one is at 3,000. So I don't know what that means. So back over to the earnings, and earnings are at 0 because it turns over from Sunday to Monday, and I get paid via direct deposit into my savings account on Tuesday. So when I get up tomorrow, the money will be there. But so far this month, I made, let's see, $215.50. And then these are not counting cash tips. And then the next week I made $298.64. In both weeks I have pared down my Friday deliveries to 0 Friday deliveries. So I'm going to try to start doing it to where either I don't work at all on Friday and try to get all the my goal of 300 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Or last Friday I was going to work for about from like 3 hours or so, but then I ended up switching it for a Sunday evening. So Sunday, I don't know, I think 3:30 to 7ish on Sunday. So I got 47 something dollars, which was, I almost had the $50, which put me at $298.64 for the week. And I had some extra tip money that I didn't count in there, so I did break the $300 last week. The week before it was very poor, $215. So that's the first 2 full weeks back from being on vacation, where I got down to 0 on my orders in the last 90 days. So that's kind of a, oh, we seem to have polices down here in the parking lot. So I'm gonna run in and grab this food, and we will be right back. Okay, here we go. We are 8 miles away, 15 minutes from the location. So yeah. All right. So not much happening today. It's kind of a slow day. I'm trying to think, what did we... Well, I DoorDashed last night. When I got home, I didn't really do anything. Fixed some dinner, and I don't even remember what I had to eat. I think it was just some... What did I have to eat? I had some leftovers. So yeah, nothing special happening last night. But nothing special happening tonight, because that's why we're here, right? So we are DoorDashing, we're having fun, trying to make a little money, save up some money, invest some money. I keep getting, I had like a few months ago, I'd put a reminder for, I think one day, or early last week, I put a reminder on my phone to go off like early last week. I don't know what day, but anyway. And it's keep reminding me every day because I haven't done it. And it's like, it says to look to sell a stock that I have. So last year there was this stock out there that I was like researching and just looking for things that the analysts are marking as buy, that has a good high dividend. And I understand having high dividends sometimes can come with a trade-off, but this trade-off is a little bit more than what I wanted, in the fact that I don't know how much money I put in there. But this thing was paying crazy amounts of dividends quarterly, right? And I am kind of in this mode where I'm at this age where I'm looking at how can I diversify and get into things that pay dividends at a pretty good clip. And it turns out this one wasn't one of those. So it gives me the opportunity to try to sell it and possibly sell some other stocks that I have that have a profit. And between the two, I can have a wash on the profit and loss so that I don't incur additional taxes. So I don't want to have to pay extra taxes on these things if I don't have to. And at some point, I mean, I've got some that have pretty good earnings, and when you get hit with capital gains tax at a large clip, then it's going to hurt you. So I do not want to take a big tax hit in any given year. So I don't know how. I got one stock that has a pretty good return on it, and I don't know how I'm going to get out from underneath it unless I just go out there and sell bits and pieces of it along the way. And I might just do that. So I need to sell this one stock that's probably, I don't know, it's got a pretty good loss in it. So so I could sell that and sell some of that other one and balance each other out as far as the gains and losses go. but then I need to move money over into, one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I want to move money over to my Roth IRA, and I can take that money, even though I had losses and I had gains, but it's still real dollars that I'm selling these things for, move it over to my what is it called? A Roth IRA. So I made some contributions to my 2025 Roth. I maxed out my 2024 with some funds out of that other account into this one, so that's working out pretty good. And I'm doing the $25 a week or so into well, I'm actually doing more than the $25 a week, because I get on here and tell people to put in $25 a week. Actually, I'm taking money out of my cash account and funding it into my Roth IRA, and I'm buying $100 a week of this SPY, because, you know, I only have about 3 or 4 more years to go, and I need to be able to save that money up. And hopefully it does well in the next 3 or 4 years, as opposed to going down. But either way, it's going to be for long term. And I am moving things into stuff that pays regular dividends as well. So yeah, I'm kind of in that mode of trying to move money around and get it to where it's growing tax-free instead of in a taxable situation. And I sure wish I had some of that stuff that I bought that has the large gains on it in a tax-free situation, but I don't. So that's my fault. Live and learn. The customer sent me a message. They just said, okay. So the taxable situation, why I had to wait until a week or so ago, is because I bought it less than a year ago. And so from a personal finance standpoint, if you have money that has earnings and you buy something and you sell something, there's these things called short-term capital gains versus long-term capital gains. And the short-term capital gains are taxed at a much higher rate than long-term capital gains, potentially, if you're in a lower income bracket. So I think your long-term gains are taxed at your ordinary income tax return rate, and if you're in a low tax bracket like me, then and you want to keep those returns in your low income bracket and not pay a lot more in short-term capital gains taxes. So keeping things for a year, whether you have losses or gains, then you want to be able to, because if you sell it with short-term gains, short-term losses, and you don't have anything to mark off, I don't know if you get to mark it off as short-term gains unless you can counteract it with something that has short-term losses. You have to mark it off with short-term gains, and same thing with long-term losses with long-term gains. So this one stock I bought over a year ago, and now it's I've held it for a year so I can sell it, and sell it with other things that I've had long-term gains on to balance each other out, and then move that money to a retirement account that is tax-free on the earnings. So, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll get earnings over there that are tax-free instead of losses, right? So anyway, interesting stuff. I'm trying to make sure that, you know, something else I would heavily encourage people to do is that if you do work for someone and they have a 401k or 403b or some kind of retirement plan and they do any kind of a match, then if you don't put in at least what they're going to match, it's throwing away free money. So this is kind of the way I look at it, is that let's say you make I don't know, I'm just making up numbers here, but let's say I'll just do it for me for easy math. If you make $10,000 a year and your company matches you 6%, so 6% of 10,000 is $600. So they're going to give you $600 as long as you put in $600 into an IRA, not an IRA, but a 401k. So if you put in $600 into a 401k, number one, it lowers your taxable amount that you're taxed on from $10,000 down to $9,400 because you put in $600, right? You put in 6%. So then your company matches you, okay? So now the problem is with a 401k is that there's early withdrawal penalties and if you have losses, right? Now we all know that 401ks are meant to be for long-term investments, not short-term. They are for your retirement. So 59.5 is the rule. So 59.5, you get it out with no penalties, no well, with a regular IRA, you have to pay taxes at that time. So the idea is that you're in a higher tax bracket now than you would be when you retire. So therefore, you pay taxes later, so it's deferred. If you're in a low tax bracket now and you can afford to stick away or somebody's going to match you, then make it a Roth contribution instead of a traditional 401k, because if you're in a low tax bracket, just go ahead and pay the taxes on it today. Most likely you're not paying much in taxes on it, so or you'll get that money back in your tax return. And then the beautiful thing about a Roth IRA is that money grows tax free. So once you've already paid taxes on it, so when you pull it out, and if it, let's say you do like the thing I talked about yesterday, or and I talk about it every day, you put in $25 a week, or you're in which would be $1,300 a year, right? And if you can do it through your company and your company matches it, well, that's well, at least they match 6% of your contribution any which way. Well, it's just doubling the money that goes in there, and that's how it can grow faster in a 401k situation if your company doesn't match. So that's one way you can get there faster, but you remember you had to wait till you're 59.5 to start the withdrawals. Now, with if you take 40 years and you put in like $50-something thousand, but it's grown over 40 years to be, hold on one second, it's grown to be over $1 million. So that $50,000 that you've invested is now worth over $1 million. And if you start taking it out, you got to pay taxes on it. But if you put it into a Roth, there are no taxes. So that's kind of a beautiful thing right there, because you paid taxes on that money before you put it in that account. All right, I'm going to go deliver this food, and we'll be right back. All right, the first delivery out the door, 26 minutes for $7.57, and that was $2.25 base pay with a $5.32 tip. And now we got to drive back to town. Whew. Looks like I need to trim the facial hair. Oh. Now I got the hiccups. I don't know why. I'm trimming my facial hair. So it's getting a little shaggy. So it is a bit humid, but the rainstorm that came through a little bit ago seems to have cooled it off by about 10 degrees out there. So at least I looked earlier, it was 84, and I know at one point it was supposed to be like 95, 96 today, and yeah, to go down to 84 feels pretty nice. So I just got through editing on one of my first videos of when I came back and started using the microphone up here, and I can really hear every like, this car rattles a lot. It just makes me think even more I need to take it to the shop and get that stuff checked out, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to get that figured out. I have another car that that we had that the clutch went out on it, and last year I had a guy work on the clutch and it took him forever. I've driven it since, but not very much, but it's sitting in my driveway right now, and it still has a couple of things that need to be done to it. So I found, well, I don't know that I found someone. I found a number to call is all I really know. So I'm gonna call somebody tomorrow. Hopefully I do it tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, and try to get somebody to take a look at this this car and that Mini Cooper, and then see if I can't find a home for that Mini Cooper afterwards. So it's fairly decent body shape, and it probably needs new tires and a new battery. But other than that, and probably the battery is good if I would just start it every once in a while and run around in it, but I don't, because I don't drive it anymore. I really just want to keep it halfway clean and try to get rid of it, but it would be nice to fix it up a little bit and see if somebody will take it off my hands. Oh. So if anybody watching this has any recommendations on a mechanic in the Benton Bryant area, let me know. I'll be happy to call them. Now, granted, this video is not going to be out for another week or so, maybe 2 weeks, because I'm that far behind. So I need to get the videos caught up. I got too much stuff going on. Too much stuff going on. Yeah, I can really hear that. Something down there. So yeah, I really need to get this thing checked out. I don't know, it probably has something to do with the shocks, struts, springs, something like that. opt in for shop and deliver. No, thank you. And oh, well, that was nice. Somehow the customers can love a comment that I put on there, but I can't love a comment that they put on there. And then they said, thank you so much. So, but and we'll do the Chick-fil-A quote of the day. My pleasure. And get back to dashing. Raise your last 30-day delivery count. You're getting close to unlocking the next level of rewards. I'm at 78. It told me that when I had 4. I thought that was just ridiculous that they put it out. They shouldn't put that out there until you hit like 70 or 80, maybe even like 90. Traffic is not good this time of the day. There's my brother sharing another video. Alright, so the kid and I did our show over the weekend, and we did a spotlight on a non-profit, was the Bryant Animal Control and Adoption Center. So check those people out. I got to come up with more of those things to put in, because I really want to be able to feel something with this time to be able to say, hey, we're here for the community. Also to spotlight different organizations that might, you know, I don't know if we ever have a huge following, if we ever have a small following, but to be able to do that, to give back a little bit. So yeah, I need to come up with a well, I just need to come up with a little bit of stuff to do that for them, for different organizations in our community. So if you guys happen to know of anything, let me know. I would appreciate that. Just trying to spread the news about people that need volunteers. And I know at this state of Arkansas passed legislation where seniors to graduate have to have 75 hours of community service, 25 per year, 10th and 11th and 12th grade. So I'm sure they're going to be scrambling around trying to find places to volunteer, especially in the smaller places. The crazy thing about where we live is it's a smaller town, but a huge school, right? So it's, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of people come here from outside of our area because we do have good schools. So anyway. Alright, DoorDash, we are here. I need your orders. I need your orders. I need your orders, and there we go. KFC for $9.50 for 8.3 miles. Alright, that's another good 30-minute delivery. I don't know. I made a mistake here, probably driving through the Walmart parking lot to get to KFC on the other side. Alright, I can see it. Alright, people. If nobody wants to go, I will go. So I went to the eye doctor this morning, just an annual checkup, and everything seemed to be okay, at least pretty close to what I was last year. I have to have readers to look at small stuff like on my phone and things, but other than that, it's doing all right. So, all right, I want to run and get this chicken, and we will be right back. All right, guys. That's one great thing about KFC is they never have it ready, and then they never have all the items. And then the customer never responds. So I get to make the choices, and I usually choose wrong. So I tried to call once, left a voicemail, called again, no answer again. So then I sent a message, no answer. I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna take, yeah. All right. I still don't know where I'm going. Where am I? Oh, this thing's taking me to Benton. Why is it delivering KFC from here when there's a KFC in Benton? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Why? Don't know. May never know. I may never know. Yeah, I really thought I was going to be going to some other part of town, but I guess I'm going to Benton. The initial map does not show you where you're going, and I just it looked like I was going that way, when in fact I'm going that way. Well, a bunch of chicken. I don't know what all's in there. But we got 8 miles to go and 10 minutes to get there. Over an hour on these 2 orders. 2 orders takes us well over an hour. Kind of a sad deal. But I think that's part of living in this area where it's kind of crazy that you can get orders for upwards of maybe 15 miles away, and knowing full well that that is going to be a good, at least, well, it's going to be 30 minutes to get there, 30 minutes to get back. So when you got one order and it's going to take you an hour to deliver it, that's kind of frustrating. This one might not be that bad because we are at least delivering it to an area with other restaurants not far away. signs for Buc-ee's. I still haven't been down that far in the 2 weeks. Normally I get orders down delivering to that exit where they're going to be building it. I haven't been over there in over a month and a half, so I'm anxious to see what progress they have made. Buc-ee's. I can't wait to get some banana pudding from Buc-ee's. Crazy thing about it is when you go in there, I think this is the case anyway, I might be wrong, but I could have swore out of that whole wall of soda fountains, they don't have any Mountain Dew. What's wrong with them? This thing's telling me to go a different way. It is somewhat confused. Oh, they broke it again. It's not gonna let me go back into the frickin' GPS. Unless I close the app. Launch it again. Still 3 minutes away, and we got red light. We got people turning and red lights. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm so freaking tired today. I'm gonna stop and get a drink. Stop and get some Mountain Dew. I guess I just need to break down and buy it at the house, but then I would drink it all the time. I really need to drink more water. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's the KFC right there. Just past that KFC, and they had me come all the way from 9 miles away. Why? I don't understand. Don't understand that at all. So yeah, another DoorDash fail. I get an order for a KFC that's 9 miles away, and they have one that's like probably like 3 blocks away, and I just missed the turn. So yeah, 3 blocks away from a KFC, and yet they get it from one that's 9 miles away. I don't understand how that could happen. I don't even know, is this a street? I guess it is. I've never been up this street. It is a dead end. And here's the little house. I will be right back. Alright guys, so I did not get to see the other one before I got another one from Pizza Hut for $3.50. I will be glad when I get the my status back, because when I get status back I will not accept these orders unless I'm in a crunch to keep the status. Pizza Hut. Ah, Pizza Hut. Alright, Pizza Hut, let's get this order out. I almost wonder if it's bounced around a couple times because of low pay, and it's up to $3.50 from $3 maybe. 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 Man, the only reason I say that is I hope that they have it ready. If they have this ready, that just means that it's been bounced around. I don't like this Pizza Hut. They don't have any parking. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we have picked up this pizza. It was ready to go, so that just tells me that yes, it was kicked down the road. Once or twice or 4 or 5 times. It's 9 minutes away, 2.6 miles. I'm gonna run in and grab a drink at the Circle K here real quick, and yeah. Slow. I don't know if it's gonna be slow deliveries or not. I keep saying slow day, but I had one order right before I left the house. Had a long delivery. Second order was $9, but it still had a long delivery. Third order, 10-minute drive for very little dollars. And traffic is cray-cray right now, so there's that. And I'm trying not to get ran over here. And there's no parking places. So we'll pretend like we're getting gas. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so $20.57 in an hour and a half. That was a $3.50 base pay with a 0 tip, but he gave me $2 cash. He said it wasn't much, but it was all he had, so I told him I appreciate it, so that was nice of him to do that. He didn't say that was all he had, but he just said that ain't much. But it was the thought that counts, so I appreciate it. We are up to 80 deliveries. 20 to go. Alright, so because I did get cash and I do track it in my budgeting system, I'm gonna go add that before I forget it. So if you guys don't know this, I do budget and keep track of all money things anywhere, everywhere, and I have found this. I have to pay for it. It's cheaper the first year than it is the subsequent years, but I find it to be worthy. It's called Simplifi on Quicken, and really does everything that I want it to do. So allows me to see forecast of individual accounts, forecast of overall, but especially on individual accounts like my checking account, and knowing that, hey, this money's going to be coming out of here, and maybe I should move money into my checking account before that money comes out. So that's kind of nice to know. So to add money, obviously you open it up. It's fairly simple. You go to transactions. There's a little plus button in the upper right hand corner. You pick the payee. I always say cash is DoorDash. I have a payee called DoorDash, and it's plus $2. And in the cash account, and the category is income DoorDash. So income DoorDash create, and it's in there. So simple as that. And then we go back to the DoorDash app. So stopped and got me a drink and a bag of chips, so I'm gonna finish those off real quick. Big Mountain Dew. With some crunchy ice. Well, that was nice of him to give me that tip. Still hot outside. I think it's getting back up to in the 90s. It'll probably be nicer if it was intermittent storms, but I don't really see. There seems to be clouds way off that way. I don't know. I don't think that's blue sky. I think it's just cloudy. Yeah. But back behind me, where the sun is going down, it's just, you can see some floating clouds around back there, but nothing bad. don't know what they got going on in Benton, but they are tearing up the streets. Tearing them up. Not all the street, but a trench down the side of the street on every street that's paved. Uh-oh. I hear DoorDash, but my phone is gone to sleep. $7.75 from Taco Bell. Alright, we will accept it. I don't know how many miles it was. I didn't think it was over 7 miles. And it is the Taco Bell here in Benton. This is a first order. Well, I did get an order of Taco Bell not last week, but the week before, I think. Maybe last week. Used to, when I first started dashing, I would get Taco Bell orders all the time. But as of late, the last 6 months, I rarely get Taco Bell orders. I don't know why. Probably because I'm getting all the big orders, right? That must be it. Yeah, I remember last summer maybe. But last summer I worked late a lot too. And that's the only thing that stays open really late. I would just get order after order after order from Taco Bell, and I would just like boom, 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 and I would be delivering so much Taco Bell, it was ridiculous. But I quit, I don't know, somewhere last year I stopped working past 10-ish. Alright, hey, I got a call coming in. I will catch you guys in a minute. Alright guys, sorry, been on the phone chatting up the kid about projects that we're working on together, and yep, so that, and we are trying to figure out what all we're going to put in next week's channel, so really need to work on that to figure out, because we're gonna do it on Friday night again on our, we came up with a name called the Weekly Fools. So doing that on Friday nights the best we can. Then we are, let me think, I don't know, any which way, but while I was on the phone with him, I had that Taco Bell delivery, so I accepted it. And then another one came in that said $6 plus from KFC, not KFC, Burger King, which is just I don't know, like a block down. So I went and picked it up, got everything loaded in the car, and we're headed off to the first delivery. So, yeah. What used to be another day, another dollar is now turned into another day and another quarter. But we're making it. So, yeah, the kid and I, we got a lot of stuff going on that's really probably just too much stuff because I don't have time to mess with it. So he's got to do a lot of the stuff so that our show runs smoother. We had a lot of glitches in the first one, and we're doing it live on purpose so that we don't have to do a lot of edits after the fact. So if we build it up front the correct way, then we don't have to do any edits on the back end. So we created a brand new channel called the Weekly Fools, plural, and we couldn't live stream off of it, so we had to go out and live stream on his channel, which is called Boko Gaming and Adventures or something like that. And then it took like a day before I could before they would release the live one to be downloaded. I don't know what they do with it, but anyway, it was not available for download until the next day. So I downloaded it yesterday, and then this morning it was sitting out there. And so then I realized, oh, we had put a 10-minute countdown on the beginning of it. So we had to do the countdown, and or I had to go strip that out. And when I did that, I was like, well, I'll add in a little music at the beginning, and I'll add in a little music at the end, and I'll add in some text that says, be sure to catch the links down below, and, you know, all this kind of garbage. So, you know, just trying to make a little bit fancier. And then I switched softwares from CapCut over to Premiere Pro, because I've been paying for it for a year now for my daughter, and she uses it occasionally, but I'm gonna tell you, CapCut is a lot easier for beginners. I promise you that much. CapCut has some nice built-in features, but from what I understand anyway, CapCut may be going to where you can only do, I don't know what I heard, but like where their free product, you don't get as much. You can only maybe use it once or twice a day or something like that, or I don't know. Like maybe you can only export once or twice a day. Oh hell. Well, I guess I drove right past the house, so just bear with me. I got too many cars behind me, and I'm talking. So I don't like driving real slow and looking for things when I got cars piled up behind me. And then my GPS is like, I'm not going to oh, you piece of crap software. And the DoorDash app is crap too, so there's that. It won't go to directions, like I told you before. It won't go back to your GPS. If you leave the GPS and try to get back in there, it won't let you go back in unless you go to a different delivery, but not that same delivery. At least not mine, it won't. And so once I drove past the house, it wasn't telling me, hey, make a U-turn. It was just like, no, we don't know what you're doing, and we're not going to tell you how to get back there. Alright, so I wish I could tell the names. There we go. I've been to this house one time before in the darkness, and I don't know where my hazard lights are because I'm kind of on this side, on this street that's not very wide. Alright, let me go deliver this food. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so yeah, I delivered the Burger King one. It said $6 plus when I got there, and even before I got back to the car, they had already added a $5 tip on top of that. And when I hit the confirm, it said that it was $2 base pay with a $6 tip. Well, it was 4, it bumped up to 6, so it was a total of $8, plus they added 5 to that. So that was very nice of them. So I sent them a little note of thanks, said it was much appreciated. So yeah, so there are some people, and tonight we're seeing some good people do some things that, you know, aren't necessarily required, but very nice nonetheless. So now this order for Taco Bell is just another minute away, so I definitely don't mind orders that are stacked when they're in the same direction. So it comes out pretty handy sometimes to get like paid more during that hour or so. So it's pretty nice in that regard. Alright, so it's almost been 2.5 hours already. I think what I saw, the number before this one was at 33-ish for 2.5 hours, so not too bad. And that's before the, you know, I don't know what this Taco Bell one was for, so I'm not real sure. These are some big old houses in here. Okay, so and they don't have mailboxes, so those people have a number on their house. There we go. Very big houses. We'll see if I can park my car in their sprinkler. They got the sprinklers going. Alright, I'm gonna go deliver this. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I forgot that Taco Bell was a $7.75, so we're up to $41.32 after 5 out of 5 deliveries for 2 hours and 15 minutes. That was $2.75 base pay with a $5 tip. So thank you guys very much. Much appreciated. They said thank you. We're gonna send them the old Chick-fil-A, my pleasure. And we're back to dashing. So, yeah. Not bad so far. Oh, what all have we got going on here? Customer, work email. News, news, news. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty good. It's basically, it said 2 hours and 15 minutes. I did start a little late, so but 2 hours and 30 minutes in my book at 41:32, so not too bad at a little over 2 hours. With, what did I say, 5 deliveries. So I don't know, I can't remember if I've had any over $10 today. Probably not, considered five deliveries for $41, so probably not. It's nice to get those consistent $5 orders. I mean $10 plus orders. Yeah, I like to get those $5 orders. That's all I want. I've gotten any Papa John's down at this end of town lately. The one in Bryant, I've been getting them left and right, but not the one down here. It is humid out there. It's a Monday night, so some restaurants are not open on Mondays. deliveries through that part of town, I could still get them all the way up until a little exit here. And I usually don't get them when I get past this last overpass for this direction anyway, because I'm going the other direction. I'm at 4,200 steps so far, so that means 58 left. That's an hour of a decent pace. One hour at a decent pace. Bauer motorhome, or not, travel trailers or fifth wheels. That's interesting. I got some nice Broncos out there at the Ford dealership. I need to look into getting my kid a car. I don't really want to have to, but I don't know what his mom is doing. I don't think she's doing anything. So I may be the one at least trying to figure it out, or get him to get a job. Most likely he will be driving his sister's car. We'll put a little bit of work into it. Not much work, because I don't do the work, but we'll put a little bit of money into it. How about that? It needs 2 new front seat covers, because the seats are shot. They were probably shot when I was still driving that car. At least the driver's seat, because I had these shorts at the time that would, the zipper on the back pocket was sharp, and when I got in and out, it cut into the leather. And then it just developed a hole after a while, so yeah. Alright, so nothing at Chili's or McAllister's or Moe's Southwest Grill, which I haven't. That's not a big mecca that I get a lot of orders from there, but every once in a while. Alright, so we'll go back across the freeway. B-Dubs is over there. Don't get orders from them, but I got one the other day. They had a $10 tip, cash tip at the end, so that was nice. Whataburger every once in a while. Once in a blue moon do I get a Whataburger. And I just got a long ass delivery for no money. So $3.25 for 6.9 miles. Are you freaking kidding me? So we're gonna go to Freddy's. Probably for 0 tip is what I would say. 0 tip for 7 miles. What's up with that? What is wrong with these people? But maybe they can't afford it. No, thanks for swinging in there like that, buddy. Don't be going too fast. So there is a new Chris Crane pre-owned vehicles, and they moved all these cars in here, and there's a couple of Toyotas that I would love to go look at, but I know those are way out of my price range. Way out of my price range. I don't guess Purple Cow is doing DoorDash. They put a Purple Cow down here in Benton, so I guess I ought to come and eat at it at some point. The one that I would refer to as the original one, but I don't know if it's the original one or not, but the one that I remember as a kid, maybe not as a kid, maybe as in my 20s, but it was probably there as a kid, I don't know. But anyway, it got hit by the tornado a few years ago. I think they rebuilt it, but this one here was a Red Robin and built, I think, as a Red Robin, but Red Robin made it through the pandemic, but it didn't make it through last year. I guess it closed down like 3 or 4 months ago, and next thing you know, they turned it into a Purple Cow. Alright, I'm gonna run in and grab this food and we'll be right back. Alright guys, it says 12 minutes for 6 miles. And they left instructions to call them when we get close so they can meet me. So it sounds odd to me, but I don't know exactly where we're going either. So I've been to several places where it's like at either like a construction, not a like a, I don't know, like a manufacturing facilities where the people had to come out and get the food, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna deliver it. Not sure where. Not sure where. So I don't know when, I don't remember talking about it, but I know like may have talked about it yesterday, but LSU won the College World Series. Is kind of disappointing. If Arkansas could have found a way to beat them, there's a chance that they would have been the national champs. But no, freaking LSU. It's always something. Buc-ee's has got the signs up. I don't know what the deal is, but they are paying some money for some signage here in Benton. And they all say Buc-ee's 263 miles away. I just wonder if they will keep all those signs when they open their store here. Usually there's some signage indicating that there's Buc-ee's coming up. So I would imagine they're just like, hey, we're gonna proactively purchase some signs so that whenever we do get here, we won't have to scramble around to get them, or they might not be available. I wonder if this is at the jail. 7 minutes away. I just don't know where it could be. I don't think that's the jail. But no, not the jail. It might be back in there, but the jail is a little bit different from where this is. There's another police car at a Circle K. Having a guy get out of his car with his hands up because he's pulling into the Circle K, probably was supposed to pull over beforehand. He's got to put his hands on this car and everything. Which I would say so this is a oh, he's putting him in handcuffs. That is not a good thing right there. Put him in handcuffs. Alright, well, that was fun. That was interesting. No, this is more like the place that I delivered to yesterday. I don't remember that dude's name. Maybe the same place. But that dude didn't tell me to call him when I got close so he could meet me. Oh, I hate app. I really hate this app. I got out of the GPS and I can't get back in. DoorDash, fix the app, please. DoorDash, fix the app. Heading over the railroad tracks.
Recorded by DoorDash and service providers.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. And just as I had figured, that order had been passed over by several drivers and accepted by me because I'm trying to get status. It was $3.25 with 0 tip. Don't know for sure it was passed up by other drivers, but it could have been the distance. It was quite a distance to deliver that for $3.25. So I'm at $44.57, and I don't know why it's not giving me my little circle up there, but we are at, what are we at? 93 acceptance rate and 83 deliveries. So moving on up. So I think that's 6 or 7 tonight. And there's the circle. 83 deliveries. We got 17 to go. I think we started with, what did we start with, 77 maybe? I know this, I have not had a delivery for a Yum Yum in over 2 weeks. Well, which means since I've been back, so it's been a month and a half. So I don't know if I'm just not getting them or they have stopped using DoorDash as their delivery service. I do not know. I do not know. What I do know is that sun is bright right through there. That is not an order. That is a notification from Netflix. I'm sure they want me to watch something. get all these notifications from Netflix. And I don't know why they're advertising to me, because I pay them every freaking month. I guess they just don't want me to not pay them. I wish I would have had the forethought, because there's a lady that I used to be a stockbroker with Edward Jones and then with Raymond James back in the 2000s. And one of my customers was like, hey, I want you to buy this Netflix. And I was like, okay. And I didn't know anything about it. Well, it's because of her that I found out about it, and it was back when they still delivered DVDs to your house. So I started using Netflix all the time. And I was probably one of the later converts to get over to streaming, because I didn't want to pay for freaking internet. But they're gonna get you somehow, right? So anyway, I just remember her buying Netflix a long time ago. I can't imagine how much money she made off of that. She's probably, I don't know that she's still alive. She could be. I don't even remember. I don't remember what she looks like. I don't remember her name or anything. I just remember her buying Netflix. I remember going to her house. But, alright, Benton has been letting me down a little bit lately. I did get a couple good orders earlier from Burger King and Taco Bell today, so that was not bad at all. But I got that crappy order from Pizza Hut. That order from Freddy's. The dude was really nice, but obviously he either had no knowledge that he should be leaving tips for someone driving like 10 miles to deliver them food, or they just don't have the money, which is okay. So all the way through all of the fast food chains there in Benton, and not a single order. So my running joke is they like to get me all the way on the outskirts of town, leaving town, and they make me turn around for $4. people. Come on. I keep hitting all the lights here in town. This is, what happens. What happens sometimes. I need some orders. I'm only at $44 after 3 hours. I thought we were gonna get after that Taco Bell and Burger King put me up to $41 after like 2 hours and 15 minutes. I thought, well, this will be good. Nope, the last 45 minutes I have got like $3.25, and that was it. So that's the way it goes. DoorDashing on the decline. A lot of people say DoorDash is on the decline. I don't know if it's on the decline or it's oversaturated. I don't know how. I don't know if they just let anybody sign up and dash to be a dasher, or if they have a wait list. Like, I've tried to get on some of these other platforms that I can never get on. Okay, I just took an order for Pizza Hut, and I'm not sure where the Pizza Hut is. Where? Oh crap. That's that Pizza Hut way out there. Dang it. Alright, people. Alright, you're gonna have to excuse me here. I'm gonna have to go down here and make a U-turn. Seeing how I'm sitting there in no man's land. This is a cash order for Pizza Hut way out in the boonies. Sorry, people, for making illegal turns there. So, yes, a cash delivery. I wish I would have looked at the mileage, but it was very sunny. Here's hoping that I get what am I hoping? A large cash tip, because I think it was $3 and something for the base pay on this one plus cash. My anxiety starts to go up when I think about the last couple of weeks on these cash orders where I would get $0 or $1. I think I had 3 in a row where my total tip was $1. But I made whatever DoorDash paid me. time to eat my macadamia nut. You know, you can't see it because of the sun. Macadamia nut, what is it called? White chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bar. Hey, I have these in a link down below. I have switched it up to show a little Rambling Dasher store at Amazon. So be sure to click on that link. I think you will find the Cliff Bars in there. Things I keep in the car. I put this microphone on there. You know what else I could put on there? There's probably some phone holders that I use. Just trying to think of things that I use at that I use while I DoorDash. So just an affiliate link, doesn't cost you any extra, but if you like Clip Bars, you want to get them a little bit cheaper than you can get them anywhere else, have them shipped to your door from Amazon, and I get a little bit of a kickback, so I appreciate that. I've seen that a lot of people have been clicking on the links, but nobody's purchased yet, so someday. But yeah, I put a link to the microphone that I started using, except I put the newest model in there. I don't think they have this old one on there. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I went ahead and, because I just bought my daughter the new one, and it works for her phone, because we could not get this one to work on it because it doesn't have a lightning plug, and we had a converter to go from C to lightning to her phone, but this thing wouldn't work, and it's probably because of that converter, because it wasn't Apple approved, right? Maybe, but whatever the reason, it wouldn't work. So but the new one, I got her worked, and there's a link to it down below. I think it just says the Rambling Dasher Store - Amazon. Oh crap. Come on, lady. Thank you. Just block me in there. Sorry. I forget I'm being recorded. But this lady just pulls right up and blocks the road that I can't cross. And I'm halfway pulled out into the intersection anyway, waiting for her to pass. I'll be right back. Alright, here goes nothing. We're gonna find out, right? If I put the car in reverse. Slow down, people. Slow down. 2.7 miles, 5 minutes. So, fingers crossed we get a decent tip, because this dude had a good coupon or something, because he only owes like $7. Maybe he'll hand me a 20. Just said, keep the change. Keep the change, Pilgrim. So I think it was yesterday on the video I mentioned that there was somebody killed somebody out here. So it's right out this way too. So turns out the husband came home from working, I guess overnight, found his wife and his wife's parents deceased of gunshot. And their children were okay. I don't know how many kids there were, but their children were okay. Turns out, I don't know all the details, but the brother-in-law, the woman's brother, killed his sister and his parents. And they arrested him somewhere, somehow. I don't know how they arrested him so fast or how they found him. I didn't really see anything else about it other than, I don't even know for sure. I didn't read that he was in custody, but I just assumed that he was in custody. Oh, look, we're getting a new bridge out here. Over a place that there's no bridge at today. Oh, there is a little tiny bridge up here. But that's going to be a big bridge. I wonder if this section floods through here or something, because there's like multiple. Yeah, there is multiple little creeks running through there. Well, that's going to be pretty nice once it's done. Also, people can come out to this big church out here. I'm guessing. I don't know. But that is a huge church out in the middle of nowhere. We're almost there. 0.4 mile. I don't know if this is a house. Getting close. Where is it? It's gotta be this one. It's gotta be this one. I don't see any signs though. But I also don't see any mailboxes. Or they're all across the street, but here comes a guy. So he has it. Alright guys, so that was a pretty good deal. He gave me the $17.16 and I was like, oh, here we go again. No, $7.16. I was like, here we go again. And he was like, and do you have change? I was like, yeah. So he was like, I got a 20, you got a 10? I was like, sure. So he gave me a $10 tip. That was nice of him. Very much appreciative of that. So all right. That order put us up to $48.57 on here with a $10 cash tip and a $2 cash tip. So it's like 60 bucks. Yeah. I forgot about that $2 I got earlier. So yeah, we're up to $60 and $60 in climbing. So the goal for today is 100. I would like to hit 100 before 10 o'clock. So that leaves us about 40 more bucks. I got 100 the other day for the first time in 2 weeks. Or did I? I don't remember. Did I get 100? I don't know. I see a $94. I think that was probably Wednesday. 94 on here, plus I maybe had some cash tips, which would have put me over 100 for Wednesday. I definitely didn't do it any of the week before. I did Monday, I had 15 and 15. Oh, this reminds me, because I was having to jump through hoops to get orders because I forgot to schedule. And then guess who didn't schedule for this week? This guy. So I got tonight scheduled, but I didn't have anything scheduled the rest of the week. So when I was looking at the schedule for tomorrow, there was a 30-minute window that I could get in for Tuesday the 24th. Yeah, the only thing, and it doesn't even show mine that I scheduled, because I had it on there. Where the heck is it? That is frustrating. That is frustrating. None of my stuff is saved. Well, that's some crap. Oh, it says you have a dash that starts earlier. Okay. So it's not showing for some reason. Let's just close all my apps and restart DoorDash and look in the schedule again. Yeah, they're not showing. Don't know why. So I got one for only 30 minutes tomorrow night. And a few hours on, I don't know what nights, but I don't have my full schedule on Wednesday, or maybe not on Thursday, I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated over that, because I definitely need to work the 3 hours tomorrow, but I may not be able to. So we'll see. And if I don't, I don't. I'll just, I may switch it out for Saturday or Sunday, which I know I can't do it on Saturday because we're going on a day trip. Going on a day trip. Okay. I probably should just go back the other way, but we're gonna take our chances one more time down here in the Benton area and drive by this Pizza Hut again. I could take some more $10 tips. I don't know why this particular one gets so many cash deliveries. And probably not a lot of people have that turned on, so I'll take them. Sometimes they pay off, like that one was $10, plus I got $4 from DoorDash Pay, so $14. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Stop sign, it's a roundabout. I wonder if these gas stations are raising prices. Okay, 11.5 miles. Are you freaking kidding me? For the Mighty Rib for Mighty Crab. The Mighty Rib is a foodie page, so we just accepted it. We're gonna get the directions. It's 4 minutes to the Mighty Crab from here. And go deliver some food. So there's another $9, and we'll do our best to get a bonus tip out of it. But maybe, never can tell. They might just like the memes that I send them. Who's to say? Who's to say? I mean, I've gotten one bonus tip today for $5, 1 cash tip for $2, 1 cash tip for $10. I don't know that they're all about the memes or not, but one of them I felt like it was, but maybe not. I mean, they had already left like $6 online, and then they gave me 5 more. And they commented on almost everything that I sent their way. As far as, I usually send 3 messages per order. One when I get to the restaurant, one when I leave the restaurant, and one when I get there to drop the food off. So people are well informed, and they get a funny little meme. So, alright, people, get out the way, get out the way. I'm getting down low on gas too, so I know I filled up gas last week sometime, so I'm not getting near as good a gas mileage as what I was before, but it's still only filling up once per, usually about once a week. And especially if I go down in, if I cut out Friday nights, I'll probably cut it down to about once a week. I'm a little skeptical, because over a year's time, if I do $100 a night on Friday nights, that's about 50, you know, and I won't hit every Friday night throughout a year, because that's 52 weeks, but, you know, a good $4,800 that I might be missing out on there, so that's kind of a chunk of change. If I do, you know, DoorDashing for a whole year Friday nights, that's kind of tough. So I gotta do everything I can to make as much as I can on Monday through Thursday. The Mighty Crab. I've never eaten here. This used to be at Dixie Cafe, and it was pretty good stuff. But okay, I'm gonna go get this. I'll be right back. Okay guys, here we go. Looks like it's back in Benton. I didn't look at the address. It is, yep. Maybe no, I don't recognize the name, but the address looks very familiar. At least that street is. Okay. So here's the negative. I gotta go this way to get to an overpass to go that way. And the sun is almost down. So probably after this video, I will switch over to a dashing in the dark after this delivery. We'll call it a day on this video. We're already up to, well, it's hard to tell. We're on our second video, because I don't know what this thing, it cuts off the videos after like an hour. So this might be the third video, I don't know. Anyway, it just stops and restarts immediately. It doesn't just stop recording, unlike when you're out of space on the phone. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm on the second or third, but we are 3+ hours in. Let's see, Yeah, almost 4 hours in, it looks like. So yeah, it's probably the second full hour. And then I'm at 2 minutes and 18 seconds on this one. I would like to think it's not a 3-hour video, because we've stopped it a lot in between me going in the restaurants and me coming and going in to deliver food and stuff like that. So so yeah, not a bad delivery night so far. I still want to break 100 on a Monday, which I can't remember. I know I haven't done it the last 2 Mondays, but I feel like I'm getting some decent orders and getting closer to having my status back. So here's my take on status. Is I think in my location, it comes in very handy, right? So if you don't have status, you don't get priority orders, and you don't, you get stuck with making these crap orders like $2, $4 for 4 miles, 6 miles, 14 miles, or whatever. So the thing about status is keeping it though, but then also being able to, I think once you get it, then doing the things that it takes to keep the status, because once you start declining things, you can get into the habit of declining. And one thing I promise you that I found out when I was cherry picking orders and my AR got down in the low 60s one time, and I was just feeling anxious about it, and it was like, okay, when am I going to make any money? Because I keep declining these orders, decline, and then I would get an order, I decline, and then I felt like my dollar amounts overall were lower because I was cherry picking the orders. And because of that, my anxiety went up, because I'm like, I'm dashing to make money, right? I'm gonna be driving around regardless. I might as well make $100 instead of $60. I don't have, but some people still have a car payment. I still have car insurance, you know? So if you look at it like that, make the money. Anyway, so I can tell you that when I put my mind to say, hey, I'm just gonna accept the orders and roll with the punches, it's less stressful that way, because one, you don't have to think about it, you just accept it, right? Boom, it's done. Every once in a while you do think about it, because it's like, hey, this is only $2 and it's for 6 miles. And then you can just say no, because you're well within your range of, because you've accepted so many orders, you're well within the $100 per month, or 100 deliveries in a month. You're well within your range on your acceptance rate, right? Now, I did see the other day that someone posted on one of these Facebook groups, and I don't know where they were. They might have been in California or something, but their gold and platinum, you had to have an AR of 80, whereas here you only have to have an AR of 70. So I don't know if that's a special thing that they are doing for oversaturated areas. Not real sure. Or yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. So it's interesting though, I know that. It is interesting. It could be just games that that DoorDash is playing with drivers to try to get them to accept orders they don't want to keep, that they don't want to accept. Does anyone think that DoorDash plays psychological mind games with the drivers? If you think DoorDash plays psychological mind games with DoorDash drivers, leave me a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. Alright, we are almost to these people's house. I am going to hit that pause button. Well, I don't know, are we almost? It says 3 more minutes. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna hit this pause button. We're gonna deliver this food. I'll be back to wrap up this this video, and then yeah, so I will catch you in a minute. Alright guys, so that order brought us to, I don't know what it brought us to, $57.57, so right at 4 hours. Yep, right at 4 hours. So we're gonna end this video, and I don't know where are we at right now. We're at 93 acceptance rate, 95.0, 85 deliveries, and we're going to end this one, and we're going to start the next show, Dashing in the Dark. So be sure and check that out. Check out, there's a whole playlist of Dashing in the Dark videos. They're quite, I'm sure they're entertaining just as this one is. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Look forward to doing some more videos, getting some shorts out there, and anyway, enjoy your day. Bye.